So we saw how to add text by typing. This is an empty text box. If I go to File, I can open, if I choose File Open, the file type that I can open is a Quark Express project. So I cannot really open a picture or a text file. I can go to File and choose Import Text. If I choose Import Text, I have many file types that I can get from. I have HTML in case I was getting something from a website. I can have plain text. Yeah, I chose import or get text. Now here, I have something. Now the document that I got was not understood by Quark. Let's get something else. Let's say from here. Okay, this one is understood. Now see what's happening. The text that I got is bigger than the size of my text box. So I have this red icon that tells me that I have an overflow. An overflow means that you have text that doesn't fit inside the text box. What can I do to make it fit? I can either make the text box bigger, so now I can see more. Control minus is zooming out. This is different. So now when I did that, I lost the red icon, meaning that I have the whole thing fit inside this area. So if it's smaller, I have an overflow, so I make it bigger. So what I did here is import my text. I didn't really type it, which is something that you can do. Now, another thing that I could have done is what? Instead of increasing the size of the text box, it's changing the size of the font. So let's look here. If I selected all my text, Control A, here I have 12 points for the size of the font. If I make it 8 points, I can see more, but I still have the overflow. If I set it to 7, I can see the whole thing. So I can scale down the size of my font, or I can make the text box smaller. So it depends on the layout that you have. So here we saw how to import text from outside and how to change the size of that text and what is the overflow icon. So what about pictures now? When I went here, I had create text box, rectangle text box tool. Down below I have rectangle picture box tool. So I'm gonna create a rectangle like this. Now what I want to do is fill this up with something, with a picture. If I go to File, now in my version of Quark it says import instead of get, but it's the same thing. So in your case it's gonna say get picture. In my case it says import picture. It's the same thing. So import picture. Let's go to my pictures and select something. Let's say this one and press open, and now I see the picture. Now the picture happens to be bigger than the size of my picture box. If I scaled the picture box, I don't scale the picture, but I see more of the picture. If I move the whole thing. If I click on the content tool now and move, I'll be moving the picture inside the picture box, which is something very important. So in case I had the picture of an actor and I'm seeing the whole thing, but I just want to see the face, I would make the picture size, the picture box, the size of the face, and then with the content tool, I can move it around from the inside. So I repeat, with the item tool, you can move it around, you can duplicate, you can import picture and have another picture here. And with the content tool, you can pan around to choose a different part of that picture. So this is how you would import images inside Quark.